You gotta make your own kind of music. Play your own special song. Welcome back, guys, to Dexter Season 8. And it's time for the review of Episode 9. And we've got to be brutally honest here. We've neglected this show. By God, we rushed it to get it done for Resurrection. I know it's mad. Resurrection, the first episode for that show, came out all the way back on the 11th of July. I mean, is that not absolutely insane? Yes, it is. To answer your question, it is absolutely insane, guys, because now we are sitting here on the 21st of October 2025 reviewing Season 8. So I haven't watched this episode in donkeys, so bear with me if my memory's a bit groggy. But yes, the song Make Your Own Kind of Music, I actually don't mind the song. It was obviously made famous first in Lost, and then Dexter went, you know what, we'll have our own wee spin on it. But the episode begins, and of course Dexter and Hannah, they're lying in bed, and he's like, I don't want to leave, but I need to track down who killed Sack Hamilton. Of course, last episode Sack Hamilton is dead, but no one knows he's dead. Dexter then asks Evelyn if the song Make Your Own Kind of Music means anything, and she's like, oh, it's just a song I used to play all the time. Maybe some of my patients heard it. Maybe it was your kids. Maybe it was your kids. Hannah's like, you know what though, Dexter, I'm going to see Arlene Sham, get some of that money that she's holding for me. Dexter then looks like there was a sign of a struggle here. He also discovers a tiny clump of blood and hair that Sack seemingly pulled from his assailant and deliberately stuck there. Before they leave, Dexter then tells Evelyn that he's planning to make a life with Hannah, and she's like, okay. Turns out you're not this perfect psychopath. Honestly, I think by season 8 at this point, Dexter's just a wee bit. It's almost like Michael C. Hall just became tired of the role. Because I think by season 8, it just feels like they're firing out seasons for the sake of firing out seasons, and it does kind of suck. Anyway, Jacob Elway's with Hannah McKay and McKay. It's Mackay. Hannah Mackay. Elway thinks she, but see, I'm so used to this show, people pronouncing it Hannah Mackay when it's obviously, you know, used to. Oh, they're calling her Mackay. No, McKay. Fuck me, McKay. And it's Hannah Mackay. Mackay. It's actually such a mind fuck because, you know, obviously, being from Scotland, Barry Mackay, there's so many guys, Billy Mackay, but in this show, I'm so used to hearing Hannah McKay because they're American, I just keep fucking calling her McKay. Oh, it's actually annoying me at this point. It's annoying me. It's like, you know what, Clayton. So we're introduced here to Clayton. Max Clayton, Deputy Marshal. We would know him as Kozik from Sons of Anarchy. He points out that Maggie's husband is supposedly in New York, but there's also no record of him being on a flight. He's like, Oh, but I'll join your team, Clayton, says Elway. He's like, nope, your request is denied. You'll get the reward money, though, if I find it. He's like, alright, that's fair enough. I shake hands, we'll go. Angel then confronts Deborah outside the police station. He's like, how about your return down Metro? And then he's like, she's like, maybe Deputy Chief Matthews would not do it. And then we have Joey Quinn. He's like, Deborah, would you look into Sack and answer this file? So we'll see where that goes. Deborah also recognised Sack through the photo, but she says nothing. Quinn still believes that Cassie is the second person that Sack has killed at this point, so that's interesting. Nikki Walters then stops Deborah and she's like, who the fuck are you? And Masuka's like, this is my daughter, and she's a total rock star. It's nice to meet you. And it's like, alright, that's a wee bit, let's get on. I mean, fucking Masuka, it's like crazy what is going on here. The hair sample that was pulled here, it turns out that it's a familiar match to Evelyn Focal. So it looks like the brain surgeon is related to her. But I mean, at this point, I kind of already knew. Daniel, her oldest son, drowned his brother Richard Jr. But she's like, me and my husband covered it up, and he was at some mental health facility in England. But at 17, him and 6 others were killed in the facility. Are you sure about that? I mean, wouldn't you want to find a body? Oh, but they were all charred. No one knows if they were all dead or not. Dexter then puts a picture of Daniel as a child, puts it into this app to get him up to his mid-40s, because this was like 30 years ago. And at this point, it looks like it's Oliver Saxon, and it's a 97.6% facial match. He then gets a police report of the murder on Saxon's driver license, and it's like, okay then. Dexter then locates the guy's true identity. And he's like, oh, well, looks like he did die at age 10. But of course we know he's not dead, and he's still alive. Angel then pops into Dexter's office. Max Clayton's there. It's like, oh, Hannah might be in Miami and he could be a target, but Dexter does like a pretty bad job here of like getting this Max guy off the case. He then rings Hannah. He's like, oh, Clayton's. She's like, I still need my money. $500,000 for Arlene. Dexter's like, right, I'll help you get it then. I mean, imagine Dexter, right, in the past, like, with a woman who is like wanted by deputy chief marshals. This massive money is on the line, this bounty essentially, this reward money. Imagine like an earlier season Dexter jumping through this many hoops to find somebody to get the $500,000 for a woman. No, man, because it just risks exposure. It wouldn't happen. I mean, while Jamie's still working as a nanny at Dexter's appointment, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's just Deborah tells Jamie sorry because her friend died. Obviously Cassie, yeah, not exactly brilliant, but we get more Dexter and Hannah, what are we going to do? And then it's like, right, how about we'll stay at Deborah's beach house? And it's like, fucking, out of all things, she's going to stay at Deborah's beach house. That's just crazy. Deborah then tells Quinn that Saxon was lying and reveals what Jamie had told her. Quinn then says, alright, you know what, that was actually quite nice for us to work together. And they kiss, and he's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And Deborah's like, you know what, we'll just pretend this didn't happen. Come on, Deborah and Quinn, get back together. That's what we need you to do. That is what we need. That is what we need to happen, damn it. Dexter is then told by Deborah that she and Quinn are focusing on Saxon. Dexter doesn't elaborate though, and it's like, okay, and she gets annoyed. It's like, because Dexter warns her that the guy's dangerous. Little did we know that Saxon would be very much dangerous to Deborah at this point. Dexter's making pancakes. There's also a weird dynamic because you get Hannah, Harrison, Deborah, Dexter all working in the house. Dexter then receives this DNA sequencing that proves Saxon is Fogel's son. He then takes the picture of her and she's like, holy fuck, he's alive. And then at this point she's like, I remember taking him to the Kings Bay Cafe where he always played Make Your Own Kind of Music on the jukebox. And it's like, if you knew this, then why? I mean, I know she probably thought, well, she did think all these years that her son was dead, but at the same fucking time, man, dearie me, like, come on. Dexter's like, right, you put in your wee journal that you're going to that cafe tomorrow morning. Will that happen? Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Hannah then tells Dexter there's no life for me in Florida, and how about we go to Argentina with Harrison? Again, does this not feel just like fucking crazy? Dexter potentially leaving with Harrison and Hannah to go to Argentina, of all places. To me, just absolutely crazy. Deputy Chief Matthews then asks Angel, have you heard anything about Zach? And he's like, nah, fine hee-haw. Angel's like, but you told me to back off. And then Matthew's like, I just received a call. They haven't heard from him in days. Missing persons report. It's like, alright, you tell me if something about him turns up. So now he wants to know. But no, I just don't understand though. Chief Matthews deserves so much more in this show. He did. I thought he was great early doors, right? Disappears for a lot of like season 4, 5, 6. I mean, he has that situation where the hooker dies with him, but not he's like a bit indebted to LaGuardia. But then in season 7, him and LaGuardia obviously like team up to figure out stuff about the Bay Harbour Butcher, and I thought he was great in that role. But season 8, man, he just feels like a fucking complete and utter afterthought, man. It's kind of sad. Clayton then stops by Dexter's apartment. He's like, the Hannah threat looks like she's pulled down, so we'll pull off the protective detail. Brilliant. And then Harrison almost lets slip that, my mom was a blonde. Dexter's like, no, it's no Hannah that he's talking about, it's actually his real mother, Rita, which is no word of a lie. So obviously this raises suspicions with Clayton, but again, it's like Dexter didn't really do a good job of selling this at the end of the day, did he? Dexter then watches Saxon at the cafe through the music playing the song on repeat. Dexter then tries to call Evelyn. Dexter then gets his tyre punctured as Saxon drives away. Oh no. Oh hell no. Dexter then rushes to the house, opens it. She's angry. He's like, you drugged me. And it's like, yeah, he did do that, to be fair. It's like, I'm going to leave with Hannah. And then she's like, leave me alone, damn it. I don't know why Evelyn is acting like a fucking little bitch. It's crazy. Turns out though at this point that Saxon was actually inside the house. He was listening to this conversation. He wanted proof. that she didn't send Dexter to kill him, and he seems a wee bit satisfied. And she's like, you can stay for breakfast. This guy's a psychopath. Why Evelyn begins to trust her son after all the shit he's done, I don't know. But again, just a bit of a filler fucking episode. I don't think Oliver Saxon screams final season villain. I don't think anything about this season screams final season. I mean, there is some pretty big deaths to come, but at the same time, folks, just a bit mid into it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.